Hello, it's Alex, the Bookubus. This is going to be, I guess, a kind of somewhat experimental, like, month-long reading vlog. I am focusing on extreme horror for the next month or so because there are a handful of books that fit into that category that I've been really wanting to get to for ages, and I figured why not just dedicate a whole month to reading them. I think, extreme horror is a subgenre that I've read, some of over the years, but I haven't read a ton of. I feel like I've probably watched a lot more extreme horror films than I have read extreme horror fiction, but yeah, I'd like to change that. So there are 4 novels and 3 that I think are novellas that I'd really like to get to. Let's see, the first one is The Light at the End by John Skipp and Craig Spector. This is a splatterpunk vampire novel from the 1980s. And yeah, Skipp and Spector are synonymous with splatterpunk. Try saying that 10 times fast. But yeah, they are writing a duo that I think I've read a short story or 2 of theirs, but haven't read any of their novels, and this is one that I've been wanting to read for ages, so really looking forward to it. Yes, this copy is incredibly a little worse for wear, but it's still totally readable, so that's the main thing. And then 3 other novels that I've got that I want to read. One of them is this Symbiotic Fascination by Charlee Jacob. I'm not too sure exactly what this one is about. I know it's following a female protagonist, but yeah, happy to just go into this one not knowing much at all. And then the next 2 are probably fairly well known within extreme horror. One of them is Survivor by J.F. Gonzalez, which I think is about someone who finds themselves maybe in a snuff film, or someone else is in a snuff film. Yeah, it sounds pretty gnarly. And the other one is The Resurrectionist by Rath James White. Again, I think probably one that is fairly notorious within the genre, and yeah, it's supposed to be pretty out there, so looking forward to those. And then yeah, I have 3 novellas. One of them is it's a C.V. Hunt one. I've read a couple of hers before and enjoyed them. This one is I don't have it in front of me, but I think it's Ritualistic Human Sacrifice, so yeah, I definitely want to read that with a title like that. There is Dead Inside by Chandler Morrison, which is kind of one that's been doing the rounds for a few months now, and people seem to either love it or hate it, so I figured why the hell not, I will give that one a go too. But yeah, I think a lot of people have said it's like the most disgusting thing they've ever read, so yeah, we'll see. And then the last one is True Crime by Samantha Kolesnik, which yeah, I've heard really good things about, so I think I've heard most of these fit into extreme horror in one way or another, so we will give them all a go and see what I think of them. I figured I would try and do some kind of reading vlog while I am working my way through these books. I'm not going to be checking in like every single day. That might make for an extremely long video, but yeah, I just figured I would check in every so often with my thoughts, and yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I'm looking forward to it. Oh look, little Barry is guarding all of our shoes and jackets. Good job, buddy. Thanks for protecting them. Hi. You want a chin scratch? Oh yeah. Good boy. Hello, it has been a few days since my first vlog check-in. I think I forgot to mention, but that was a Saturday the 26th of June, and today it is Wednesday the 30th of June. And yeah, it's been swelteringly hot the past few days, so yeah, I have been doing the usual, like working, and I've still been reading the book, The Light at the End, but yeah, just haven't really had the thought to do any filming because yeah, I can barely think, quite honestly, in this heat. Today we had like a big thunderstorm and it cooled down a bit, but it is still pretty hot. Anyway, I digress. Let's talk about the book. So I am a little over halfway through The Light at the End, and yeah, really enjoying it so far. It is a vampire story. It's set in New York City, and yeah, there's a kind of varied cast of characters, and so we're following their stories as various vampire related things happen, and yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying it so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. Oh my god. Hey bud, are you comfy? Oh, you are such a silly sausage. I'm jealous of how comfy you look right now. Okay, it is now Saturday the 3rd of July, and this morning I finished the first book on my list, which was The Light at the End by John Skipp and Craig Spector, and I really enjoyed this one. I found it to be pretty fast-paced, and I really liked how basically it's following several different characters, and I really liked how all of their stories kind of came together, and then yeah, the stuff that happens towards the end really added a lot of tension to the story, and yeah, I just really enjoyed it. It definitely had some blood and guts strewn around the place and a couple of gruesome scenes, which were well written and entertaining in some way, and it was also a bit emotional, which was not what I expected to get out of this book. But yeah, not gonna lie, there were a couple of scenes here that actually made me cry a little bit. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I rated it 4 stars. It's a great splatterpunk vampire novel, and yeah, I'd definitely recommend it. I definitely want to pick up more of their work. I have a couple of their novels on my shelves back here, so hopefully I can get to them one of these days. And yeah, next up I'm going to read Ritualistic Human Sacrifice by C.V. Hunt. I've got that on my Kindle, and I've read a couple of her others. I am looking forward to reading more of her work, and yeah, I decided the order that I'm going to read my books that I've chosen for this month in. I'm kind of reading them in release date order, but since I have 4 novels and 3 novellas, I'm gonna like alternate novel, novella. So yeah, so next up we're gonna dive into Ritualistic Human Sacrifice. I am looking forward to it. So I'm doing a bit of crochet because I'm so rock and roll like that, and I've been working on this ghost doily for a little while. This is the pattern, so it's gonna look like this eventually. This is it so far. So as you can see, these ghosties are coming to life, and yeah, I just have a few more rows to go to finish it off. I'm really excited about it, and I'm really pleased with how it's coming along. So I've got myself set up comfy on the sofa. I am wearing clothes, it's a short skirt there. And yeah, and watching my girl Kelsi over at Slime and Slashers. This was a live stream she did, but I missed it, so I'm catching up. And yeah, she's been showing an amazing vintage horror book haul, which yeah, she has had so many awesome finds. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna carry on watching that and doing my crochet. Yay! I've been joined by Mr. Barry, and then Freddie's down there on the floor. So yeah, we're just all hanging out. Oh, Barry's going. Okay. Bye then. Bye. Yep. Good. Stretch it out. Limber up. Bye. Just you and me, Fred. Should we go outside and read? Yeah? Hey, it is now Sunday the 4th of July and it's the afternoon now, and I've been over to a friend's house for a little bit this afternoon. She's been having a get together, and yeah, it was probably the first like social event that I've been to in over a year. They had a little barbecue going on and we had some really good food and a couple of beers, so yeah, it's been really nice actually. But yeah, it's very hot. But anyway, back at home now, and yeah, probably just gonna have a quiet rest of afternoon and evening. In fact, it's early evening already. Hello, it's Barry. Hi. Yeah, anyway, rambling. But the book, Ritualistic Human Sacrifice by C.V. Hunt, enjoying it so far. I'm finding it a pretty absorbing read, very easy to get into. It's told from the perspective of one person, and yeah, he's a total dick, and yeah, is quite entertaining in a really awful way. And so yeah, I'm just really curious to see where the story goes at this point, so I will report back at some point. Yeah, that's about it for now. Hello, today is, what day is it? It's Tuesday the 6th of July, and I finished Ritualistic Human Sacrifice by C.V. Hunt on my bus journey home from work today. It's been a super hot day. I've been at work, so excuse me if I'm just a big hot sweaty mess. Also on my way back into my home, which obviously I do on a fairly excuse me, regular basis, I somehow managed to like trap my thumb in the door that I use, you know, very frequently. So I don't really know what happened, but I already see like a blood bruise thing forming beneath the nail, so that's a fun way to end the day. But anyway, I did finish the book, and yeah, I liked it. I mean, yeah, it was really messed up, but I thought it was really well done. I liked the ideas in the story and where the story went. It was pretty fucked up. There's a lot of sex in the book as well, like way more excuse me, than I realised. I know remember some sexual content in another of her books that I've read, so it wasn't like completely out of the blue, but there was like a lot of it, kind of to the point that it got a bit repetitive and a bit boring, unfortunately. But I did like the story and where the story went, so yeah, won't say too much about it, but it was pretty fucked up. So if you're looking for something like that, then yeah, you might want to give this one a go. It's a pretty short read as well. It's like novella length. So yeah, don't know if I had too much more to say about it at this point. I will yeah, talk a bit more about it when I do like a full wrap up, but those are my immediate thoughts. So yeah, I told my co-workers at work today about one particular thing in the book, and they were just like, yikes. So yeah, that was pretty amusing. Anyway, yeah, I guess I'll sign off for now. Yeah, sorry, it's been a long day and it's been a really hot day, so I'm like kind of frazzled. But yeah, anyway, on to the next book, imminently, and it's going to be, I think it's on my shelves over there. It's going to be this Symbiotic Fascination by Charlie Jacob. This is one that I've been wanting to read for years and only like bought myself a copy of it, I think earlier this year. So yeah, I don't know why I haven't picked it up sooner, but I'm really excited to do so. I think, you know, sometimes when you find those books that you think, oh, this is going to be like totally my thing, and then you don't actually end up reading it anytime soon for no real reason. You just kind of put it off, even though you really want to read it. I think it's part of that, like, you don't want to then be disappointed by it since you've had like such high hopes for it. Maybe that's what I've been doing with this one subconsciously. Anyway, it doesn't matter because I'm going to be picking it up later today, or before bedtime probably, and then anyway, you don't need to know exactly when I'm reading this book. I'm going to be reading it soon. I'm going to sign off. My hand is hurting and my thumb is hurting. So, okay, bye. Hello, it is now, it's a Friday and I think it's July the 8th or 9th, somewhere around there. And yeah, I just wanted to check in on this Symbiotic Fascination by Charlie Jacob. I'm probably about 100 or so pages in right now and I'm really enjoying it. This is a dark story and definitely has some extreme content, or, you know, kind of dark and disturbing content, but not like it's trying too hard, you know. And the writing here is excellent, which I think is something that sometimes extreme horror maybe isn't known for. You know, it's sometimes seen as something that is purely for shock value only and not necessarily for any kind of literary merit, but this has it all, whatever. It's got it all going on, and yeah, I'm really into it. It's kind of a hard one to describe, but it's following a woman who is in her late 30s and she hasn't had any kind of romantic or sexual relationship with anyone, and she kind of generally sees herself as ugly and unlovable. And then there's this other character, this male character, who we learn a bit more about his backstory, and he has committed some awful crimes against women and gotten away with it. Yeah, basically violence and rape and yeah, just all sorts of fucked up stuff. And yeah, there's a couple of other kind of significant characters going on too, but yeah, there's also this element that's kind of hard to describe, but this male character has these kind of creatures inside of him. It's kind of like shape-shifting, but not. I don't know, it's hard to explain, and yeah, I probably need to read the rest of the book to really kind of get a grasp on everything and explain it a bit better, you know, without necessarily being spoilery for the whole story. But yeah, really into this one, really looking forward to reading more, and yeah, glad I picked it up because I'm into it. Where's your foot? Where's your leg? Where did you put your leg? Where's this leg? Is it under here? What? Barry. What's this? It's coming to get you. Freddie here is on some medication, so we have to hide it. I see your pink lip. Hide it in some peanut butter. So let's see if we can do this one-handed. You ready? Good job, bud. I think you got it. I think you got it. Good job. Put that spoon back in the drawer now, shall we? I think that's clean. You got it all. You already got it all. Good job, bud. Right, buddy? Yeah. Hey, it is Sunday, the 11th of July, and I am just over halfway through this Symbiotic Fascination by Charlie Jacob, and this book is so good. This book is so good. Like, I'm just kind of blown away that I've never really heard anyone talk about it. And, you know, she's an author that I've never hear mentioned. Her writing is fantastic. The ideas in here are like so unique and awesome. And yeah, I'm just really loving this read. So yeah, I feel like I've found a real gem here, and yeah, really looking forward to continuing with the book and finishing it and seeing where the hell it goes, because at this point I have no idea. There's some crazy shit happening and some, yeah, dark, messed up things going on. It's great. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, I'm just having a quiet day. I've been generally having just a quiet weekend, and yesterday I went out briefly to the local library because there was a book I had put in a request for. They had like one in the system, and I got a notification yesterday saying that it had come in, so I figured why not hop on that and go grab it. And yeah, that book I should have gotten prepared, but I did not. That book is Pumpkin Cinema by Nathaniel Toll, and yeah, this is exactly what it says on the tin, the best movies for Halloween. And yeah, so far I've just kind of had a flip through, but yeah, it looks like a fun read, and there's definitely a lot of kind of obvious films in there, but I guess they're the kind of films you wouldn't really be able to leave off a Halloween film list. But yeah, there look to be some that I have heard of but haven't seen, and you know, a couple that I maybe haven't heard of. So I look forward to reading it in a bit more detail when I get a chance, and starting to put together my October film list, because that's totally an acceptable thing to do in July. Hey, it is Wednesday the 14th of July. I did finish the book I've been reading, which is this Symbiotic Fascination by Charlie Jacob, and I bloody loved it. I gave this 5 stars, and if you follow my channel, my reviews or anything, you may know that I don't give out 5-star reviews that often. Like, a book really has to wow me for it to get 5 stars, and yeah, this book wowed me. And I didn't realise while reading this, but this was her debut novel as well, which is just mind-boggling. It's a really kind of difficult book to describe though. I know I mentioned some details in a previous little segment, but yeah, it's really well written. I do feel like her writing style might not be everyone's cup of tea, but it did it for me. And yeah, there's definitely a lot of violence and gruesome and extreme stuff going on in here, but like, I felt like it really worked for the story. And yeah, there were just so many original ideas in this story that I really loved. and yeah, the way things came together as the story went on was really interesting. And then towards the end there were a couple of like moments as yeah, certain things happened, which yeah, was pretty fun. But yeah, it's a dark book. Yeah, not going to be everyone's cup of tea probably, but it was certainly mine, and now I need to go and read everything else that Charlie Jacob has written, so that's cool. Next up is the notorious Dead Inside by Chandler Morrison. So yeah, I will start that maybe later or tomorrow. It is now Saturday the 17th of July, and yeah, just a quick check-in on Dead Inside. I'm about 2/3 of the way through. I haven't had a chance to read anything today yet, but we'll hopefully finish it at some point because it's a pretty short read. And yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I think from the things I'd heard other people say that it was like the most disgusting thing they'd ever read. I don't know, questioning my mind and taste, because yes, the content is gross, but the way it's written is really funny, so I don't find it as disgusting as it could be. Yeah, I guess we'll see where the story goes and see if my opinion changes, but yeah, I think it's well written, it's engaging, it's definitely messed up, but it's also written in an amusing in a messed up way also, so yeah. Anyway, that's that. Hopefully I'll get a chance to finish it today. And yeah, also today it's Saturday morning, and my husband and I are gonna head out to a library book sale, and we are so freaking excited. Like, I love library book sales because yeah, it's like a thrift store, you just don't know what you're gonna find. But yeah, don't want to get my hopes up too high and be disappointed, but I'm pretty psyched. What you got, bud? Oh yeah. Is that good?
Start at the end, yeah.
Work your way in. Get it. Oh, you're just too cute, buddy. You're just the cutest. Okay, so we are back from the library book sale. That's Freddie having fun with his toy in the background. Found a few goodies at the library book sale. The Night Boat by Robert R. McCammon with this badass cover, which is very cool. Yeah, this one looks great. Red edges, very cool. Really good condition as well, so that's nice. The Funhouse by Dean Koontz, which has some pretty cool step back art. I found Binti by Nnedi Okorafor, which is one that I always hear really good things about, so when I saw it and it was $1 at the library book sale, I figured I would grab it. I think this is more of a fantasy, which isn't usually my thing, but I'm curious, and this is just a really slim one, so yeah, it was a no-brainer to pick that up and give it a go. I found Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro, which is one that, again, I've heard good things about and I've been wanting to read, so when I saw it for $1, it was a great opportunity to pick it up. And yeah, it's in great condition. I think this one is something of a science fiction, maybe. Yeah, anyway, found a hardback of Cujo, and yeah, the dust jacket is a bit battered, but you know, I think hardbacks were $2, so I figured I'd grab it anyway. And check it out, look, signed by the man himself. Pretty excited about that. And then just a couple more things. I found book 1 of Christopher Pike's Final Friends series, The Party. I had this back in the UK when I was a teenager as a 3-volume of the whole trilogy in one book, but I remember really enjoying it, so I was really happy to find book 1 of this, and again, it's in really good condition. I found a Phantom Valley book, which is a kind of 90s YA spooky series that I have, you know, been aware of, but haven't tracked down or anything. So I was really happy to find one randomly. This is by Lynn Beach, and this one is Stranger in the Mirror. Love that cover art, it's amazing, and again, this one was in really great shape. Ooh, cover illustration is by Lisa Falkenstern. It's awesome. Great job, Lisa. And then last up for the library book sale, I found this, Gus Was a Friendly Ghost by Jane Thayer and illustrated by Seymour Fleischman. I couldn't resist this, it just looks so adorable, and I mean, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, just seems really sweet. I might save this for Halloween, so yeah, that was a really cool find. And then we swung by a thrift store because there was one in the area, and I found these 2 books, Wicked Witch and Wicked Curse by Nancy Holder and Debbie Vigue. I'm not sure. Please correct me if you know the pronunciation of that. And she's got a hair on her face. But yeah, I'd never heard of these, but I saw the spines and I was like, ooh, what is that? So naturally I grabbed them. Looking inside this one, which is the second one, it looks like there is a 3rd book. If I can find it again. Yeah, Legacy, coming soon. So yeah, I'll have to see whether that actually came out and if there were any more in the series. Nancy Holder is an author that I know she's written adult stuff as well, but I haven't actually read any of her work, but I'm curious. So yeah, if anyone has read these, you'll have to let me know. And then while we were out, we also swung by an estate sale, which we just happened to see a sign for, so we popped in. My husband found a few things, and then I found this guy, just a little pumpkin jack-o'-lantern dude that lights up. He's, you know, electrical, and yeah, couldn't resist. You can never have too many pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns, so happy to find that guy. And so yeah, that was it really, just a bunch of books and a pumpkin. I mean, can't grumble at that. Hey, it is now Tuesday the 20th of July, still in July, and I did finish Dead Inside at the weekend, and yeah, I thought it was really good. I rated it 4 stars, and yeah, I think I mentioned previously that while it does have quite a lot of disgusting content, the fact that it's written in such a humorous way made it feel like it wasn't, you know, I didn't think it was that bad, quite honestly. Like, I thought it worked for the story and the characters, and I've definitely read way more disgusting things, and things that are written in a serious way and therefore are more affecting, but you know, to each their own. You know, people have their own reactions to things, and that is fine. But yeah, mine was, I thought it was fun in a very dark way, and yeah, I thought it was really good. And yeah, I already started my next book, which is Survivor by J.F. Gonzalez, and I was going to pick up like an original paperback edition, but I saw that there was another more recent edition that is like the author's preferred one, and it has some updates and edits, I guess. So I figured I would get that one, so I've been reading that on my Kindle, and I'm about halfway through already, and yeah, it's good so far. This one's definitely, you know, they play it straight. It's not funny in the slightest, and some pretty gnarly things have happened. This is the one where there's a character who finds herself in the clutches of a group of people who are planning on filming a snuff film with her as the star. So yeah, there's been some crazy shit going down, and yeah, it's been good so far. I think it's an interesting one because it kind of reads like a thriller for some of the story, and then it also contains these, like, you know, pretty brutal scenes of violence and stuff too. So it's kind of an interesting mix, the kind of horror and thriller combination, I guess. But yeah, about halfway through, so we'll see what happens next. At this point, I'm not entirely sure. Now Sunday the 25th of July. It's been a few days since I've checked in, so there's a few things to catch up on, but first of all, you might notice the change of scenery, and my husband and I are actually away for a few days right now. We just rented a little Airbnb place in the countryside for a couple of days, just for like a long weekend. It's been a good couple of years since we've had any kind of holiday, so this is much needed. And today we are actually celebrating our 10th wedding anniversary, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, anyway, book-wise, I finished Survivor a couple of days ago, and yeah, it was really good. It definitely had some good twists and turns and quite a lot of tension. I think in that respect it read quite like a thriller, but then it did also have some extreme horror elements too. So yeah, I thought it was a good combination of the two. I think there were a couple of spots where, I don't know, it just kind of like lagged a bit for me. Or there were certain times when certain characters would just be, you know, very good at info dumpy scenarios that happened to be needed at the time, you know, which sometimes didn't feel too organic. But so it goes. But no, overall it was a really good read. I did like it, and yeah, it kind of got emotional at a couple of points too, which I wasn't expecting. So yeah, it was good. I rated that one 4 stars. It's been a really great reading month so far, in fact, lots of 4 stars. And yeah, then I moved on to, which I actually have a paperback copy of, True Crime by Samantha Kolesnik. So I've already picked this up and finished it in the past couple of days, and this one was great. Another 4-star read, surprise surprise. And this, I'm not sure I would class this as extreme horror. It's definitely pretty dark and disturbing in some ways, but, and yeah, I guess there are you know, a few kind of extreme nature content, but I don't know if I would personally class it as extreme horror, because I don't think that's what it is, like, first and foremost. But, you know, I guess that's one of those things. Some people may class it as that, and others don't. So anyway, not sure where I was going on that tangent, but this was great, really well written. It's about a teenage girl, and yeah, just she's been the victim of abuse, including sexual abuse at home, and yeah, her life basically turns into a kind of murder spree of sorts, and yeah, just the following the way that her life turns out over a period of time. Yeah, it was really good, really dark, really interesting character study. I'd really be interested to read more of this author's work. And then let me switch hands, my arm's getting tired. And then this morning I just picked up The Resurrectionist by Rath James White. This one I also have on my Kindle, and same as Survivor, I got the author's preferred edition, which, yeah, I guess has some changes from the original publication. And yeah, I'm just on like chapter 2 already, so I haven't got very far, but yeah, good so far. Brutal from the get-go, and yeah, I think it'll be a pretty wild ride, so we'll see how that goes. Hello, it is Thursday the 29th of July. We're almost at the end of the month, and I yeah, back at home, back after our little break away, and yeah, back at work and all of the usual life stuff. And I am about 90-something% of the way through The Resurrectionist, and yeah, I did mean to check in earlier, but yeah, the past couple of days, yeah, coming back home and being back at work and stuff, it's just been a bit busy, and just haven't really found the time. So anyway, I'm checking in now, even though I'm pretty close to finishing the book. But yeah, I thought I'd just give you my thoughts. Yeah, it's good so far. I think there are definitely moments when I feel like the book doesn't quite live up to its concept, because it's such, you know, it's a really great and awful concept, but yeah, sadly some of the story kind of like, I don't know, just is a bit lacking in substance, and it kind of, yeah, kind of lulls a bit. But then, you know, it always comes back with some gnarly, messed up scene to kind of bring it back on track. So it is still a good read, and yeah, things are happening now as we're getting closer to the end. So yeah, I don't know how things are going to pan out for these characters, but hopefully I'm going to finish it tonight and find out. Hello, so it is Saturday the 31st of July. I did finish reading Survivor a couple of days ago and really enjoyed it. Yeah, it definitely did pick up again towards the end. I had a pretty crazy ending, which I thought was really good. So yeah, I rated that one 4 stars as well. It's been a really great reading month overall. I've enjoyed everything that I've picked up, so I'll call that a success. And yeah, I just thought I'd quickly wrap up this video, and I am actually just about to film a reading wrap-up video, so I'm hoping to get this vlog up soon. I guess it will obviously be up by the time you're watching this. Yeah, it's too hot here for me to think properly, okay? But yeah, hopefully the week after the vlog going up, I will get the reading wrap up. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I will sign off there, and I am sure this video has turned out to be quite a long one. I have edited some of the footage already, but haven't quite finished it, so I still have some clips to add in from the past week or so. And yeah, the video was already pretty long at that point, so I'm sure it's going to be a fairly long one. So if you've made it this far, then thank you ever so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I really do hope you enjoyed it. So if you read any of these books, I would love to hear your thoughts on them. If you have any questions about them, feel free to ask. And yeah, hopefully I will be back in about a week's time with my kind of reading wrap-up, mini reviews of my thoughts on all of the books. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you again in my next video.